Well, usually you have to wait a couple hours after waking up for a great pitching matchup. But you know what? I think the difference in time between wake up and game time, you can get used to this. Good morning, 11:05 first pitch on this Thursday morning, and we've got maybe the best pitching matchup in minor league baseball today between Quinn Priester for your Indianapolis Indians and Gavin Williams making his AAA debut, one of the top right-handed pitching prospects in all of baseball for the Columbus Clippers. Let's give you the lineups here. First for Columbus, Richie Palacios leads off and plays center field. Tyler Freeman is the two-hitting second baseman. Bo Naylor hits third and does the catching. Zach Collins is the cleanup man and the DH. Brian Rocchio hits fifth and plays shortstop. Mike Capriz is the sixth-inning first baseman. John Kensey Noel hits seventh and plays right. David Fry is the eighth-inning third baseman. And Chris Roller bats ninth and plays left field. Now for the Indians, Cal Mitchell leads off and plays right field. Ryan Valade is the two-hitting third baseman. Miguel Andujar hits third and does the DHing. Josh Palacios is the cleanup man and the left fielder. Malcolm Nunez hits fifth and plays first base. Aaron Shackelford is the sixth-inning second baseman. Seventh-inning catcher is Grant Cook. Josh Bissonette bats eighth and plays shortstop. And Chavez Young rounds out the order and plays center field. On the hill, the 22-year-old, the former first-round pick of the Pirates, Quinn Priester. He is the top Pirates pitching prospect. Last time out, he struggled, didn't get out of the second inning in Memphis. But again, this guy is one of the more talented right-handed pitchers in all of minor league baseball. Got a sinker that sits in the low 90s and a curveball at 80. Quinn's ready to go, also ready to go on a Thursday morning. The voice of the Indians, Howard Kelman.
Okay, thank you, Jack, wherever you are on this Thursday morning. Thanks for joining us. We certainly hope you enjoy Indianapolis Indians baseball. Richie Palacios swings at the first pitch of the game. Bounding ball to Bissonette at short. He's got it on to Nunez. And very quickly, one man is out. We're underway from Victory Field in the Circle City. It is 55 degrees, cloudy, and the winds are calm.
Well, good morning. We didn't have to wait long for a ball in play. Hot shot ground ball, and we know that Josh Bissonette woke up at a reasonable hour.
Okay. Tyler Freeman takes a pitch very close, just inside ball one. Freeman batting .359, 2 homers and 16 runs batted in. And a fastball over the outside corner above the knees. That's a strike. Freeman's having a terrific season, a highly touted prospect. Right-hand batter, he takes outside, ball 2. He is a good deal away from home plate. Indians straight up in the infield, around to the right in the outfield. Fastball hit him on the left hand. And he's hit with a pitch ball, and he'll take his base. He appears to be okay. And that got away from Quinn Priester.
Yeah, Freeman going to take a gander at that, and that just ran high and tight. Saw George Springer get hit kind of same way yesterday in Toronto. Got hit on the hand, shake it off, and when he got to first, he said, ow. I'm sure that's what Tyler Freeman's saying right now as well.
Okay, here's Bo Naylor. Hitting .297, 4 homers, 21 RBIs, and a fastball is a strike. Belt high outside corner. Bo Naylor's brother homered yesterday.
Yeah, younger brother Josh Naylor, and they've got another brother, Miles Naylor, who is their incredibly talented Canadian hitter.
Oh, the Cleveland Guardians throw over. Oh, that was close. Good move by Priester to Nunez, and Freeman barely dives back safely. Tyler Freeman is 8 out of 8 in the stolen base department, and he has a lengthy lead. Priester stretches and delivers. And it's very close, a little bit outside. Ball 1, 1-1. With this automatic balls and strike system, automated, the umpire behind the plate, Brian Walsh, the crew chief, is told whether or not it's a ball or a strike. It's not his call. And a fastball outside, and what's happened is pitches that are usually called strikes right on the border, for the most part, have been called balls. And that has certainly affected things. We've had this in place the last 2 days. Runner going, great jump, pitch outside, throw in the dirt, not in time. He stole that one off Priester. There was nothing that Grant Cook could do.
Make Tyler Freeman 9 for 9 in the stolen base department. And you mentioned he stole that off Priester. It all came from the jump. And Tyler Freeman, the Guardians preach high baseball IQ. They preach, learning how to gain the advantages in the margins. And that's certainly an advantage in the margins for Freeman.
The pitch was very close. It was called a ball. The 3-1 hit in the air, foul, left side out of play, and the count is full.
Before first pitch, we were talking about, the ABS system and umpiring as an art form. We talk about pitching and hitting as an art form as well. There's a beauty in the human element of the home plate umpire, and you lose that with the ABS.
Yes, and a fastball right down the middle, strike 3 called, and there are 2 away. It's hard to believe, but Bo Naylor took a 3-2 fastball right down the middle.
He's been patient this year, 22 walks, playing in his 24th game. Too patient that go-around.
Well, you got a man in scoring position. You got a fastball right over the heart of the plate. Zach Collins, the batter, the DH. He fouls it at the plate. He was the DH on Tuesday. He belted 2 home runs. He caught yesterday. He also homered yesterday and had 2 singles as well. Doing great, hitting .391. Freeman leads away. Fastball high and away, a ball 1-1. Indians around to the right defensively on this left-hand batter. And a slow curve drops in nicely, strike 2. Malcolm Nunez playing first, Aaron Shackelford at second, Josh Bisson at the shortstop, Ryan Valade at third base, Josh Palacios in left, Chavez Young in center, Cal Mitchell in right, Grant Cook catching, and Quinn Priester pitching. Freeman leads away. Priester delivers. And a slow curve up and away, a ball. 2-2.
That's Priester's bread and butter pitch. That curveball comes in the high 70s, maybe even into the low 80s, but that one at 76.
Yeah, that's a good pitch for him. As you said, it's his best pitch. Freeman leads. Look back there by Priester. Fastball pulled on the ground to second, a grass cutter to Shackelford. He's got it. The throw on to Nunez. The side is retired. At the end of a half inning, Columbus nothing. The Indians coming to bat.
Welcome to the AAA debut of the 23-year-old right-hander from Fayetteville, North Carolina, Gavin Williams. Williams was the 21st overall pick of the Guardians in 2021 out of East Carolina. He is the number 3 Guardians prospect, and he is the top healthy pitching prospect in the Guardians organization. 3 starts in Akron so far this year in AA, 14 1/3 innings, 1 run, 6 hits, 20 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Howard?
Extremely impressive numbers, Jack. And Cal Mitchell swings and misses at his 92-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. Cal batting .221, a home run, 10 RBIs, had 5 hits 2 days ago. And this pitch is in, strike 2 call.
Gavin Williams, a big dude, 6'6", 250, pounds the zone with a hard fastball, 92, the slowest fastball chances are we see today, and a slider. Both land for strikes about 70% of the time.
0-2 pitch. High and away, ball 1. The third baseman, Fry, way over, halfway to second base. Outfielders swung around to the right. Right side of the infield, straight up. Clippers and Indians scoreless, bottom of the first. And a fastball misses outside, ball 2. Mike Capriz playing first. Tyler Freeman at second. Brian Rocchio, the shortstop. David Fry at third base for the Clippers. And there's the slider, a check swing, bouncing ball foul to the right of the plate. Chris Roller in left. Richie Palacios is in center. And John Kenzie Noel in right. Bo Naylor catching, and Gavin Williams, as Jack told you, doing the pitching. And his pitch, ground ball to the second baseman's right. Backhanded beautifully by Freeman. The throw and a scoop by Prees, and they got him. What a terrific play. First by Freeman, going far to his right, backhanding it, and quickly getting rid of it. And Prees dug it out on a short hop backhanded. You got to tip your cap to them on that.
Welcome to AAA. You got a big league ready middle infield, and Rocchio at short and Freeman at second, and that was smooth as all get out from Tyler Freeman.
Ryan Valade, the batter. Fastball, strike at the knees. Ryan's done a good job for the Indians. Hitting .294, a homer and 3 RBIs. Infielders straight up, outfielders around to the right. And a fastball, and that's a strike at the knees as well, 0-2.
Big guy over the top, 97, paints the lower outside corner. There's not much you can do with that.
Williams looks in, he winds and pitches. Swing and a miss, struck him out with an elevated 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Typically sits there right at 97. He's touched 99 several times in AA this year, and that's high spin right by Valade.
And what we've seen so far is he throws strikes.
Yes, he does.
Miguel Andujar, the batter, the designated hitter. Having a fine season, batting .298. He fouls a fastball back on the screen. Andujar has 3 homers, which leads the team, and 15 runs batted in. 2 outs and no one on. The game is scoreless, bottom of the first. The defense straight away. And there's a high fly ball to left center. Palacios to his right, and the left fielder Roller to his left, and it's Roller who makes the catch. Either man could have made the play. 1, 2, 3 go the Indians. At the end of 1, Columbus nothing, Indians nothing. And we move to the top half of the second inning. The Clippers and Indians scoreless. Jordan Shue handling things on Bally Live. Our producer director Corey Smyrnas on Fox Sports 1260 WNDE. Indianapolis Indians baseball on WNDE and on Bally Live. Brian Rocchio leads it off. Switch hitting shortstop up there left-handed and crowding the plate. He takes a little inside, ball 1, fastball.
After he got a pitch clock reset for doing some yard work in the lefty batter's box, he was raking for about 20 seconds.
He can rake his right. He drills a base hit to right center field and is now hit safely in 21 of 22 games. We got some good young players on this Clippers team.
Yeah, and they have a surplus of middle infielders and starting pitching that we've talked about. And a lot of young guys getting auditions in the starting rotation. There's a lot of traffic there in the middle infield, and Brian Rocchio, he got up to the big league level for the first time last week. He didn't get in a game. This guy is knocking on the door at a young age.
Micah Prees fouls it left of the plate, out of play on the screen. Strike 1. Micah is a left-hand batter, hitting .264. He does have 3 homers and 7 RBIs. A flat bat just above his left shoulder. And a fastball low inside, a ball, 1-1. The base hit by Rocchio, the first hit of the game. Columbus had a base runner in the top of the first. Tyler Freeman hit with a pitch ball. Infield DP depth. Rocchio leads. And hold everything. Time was granted to Micah Prees as Priester threw over to first base. I'm not a big fan of seeing that after a man has come set. One ball, one strike. Rocchio 9 out of 9 stolen bases. Here's a ground ball hit slowly to second. Shackelford goes to first for the out, and that was his only play. Rocchio runs very well, got a good break. So Shackelford to Nunez, 4-3 on the putout. There's one away, and Rocchio advances to second base. Here is Jhonkensy Noel, hitting .195, 5 homers, 18 RBIs. The right-hander sets and delivers. Fastball, strike called, belt high inside corner.
Noel's caught the strikeout bug a little bit in the early goings of this season. 29 punch-outs in 22 games. Struck out 3 times yesterday.
And the right-hander sets in a pickoff play at second. The ball's thrown into right center field. Rocchio on Quinn Priester's throwing arrow will go to third base. And he didn't even have to throw that ball because Rocchio was standing on the bag at second. Yet he threw it. It was to the left of Shackelford and into right center.
Yeah, Rocchio, it was certainly a timing play. You're thinking maybe Rocchio was going to be well off the bag and shuffling, but, I mean, he was just into his primary lead.
And remember, you don't have to throw to second. Infield in, breaking ball, a little bit high. Ball 1. First base is different. You're on that rubber. You make a move to first. You have to throw it there. But you don't have to throw it to second base. The 1-1 delivery is pop foul to the right side. Out of play. Strike 2.
Be a great time for a punch out for Priester.
That's exactly what you want with a runner at third and less than 2 outs. Let's see if he throws him that curveball. David Fry on deck. Noel, a right-hand batter. The right-hander sets and delivers. And a breaking ball. I mean, where was it? And Priester's like, where was it? Well, again, it's not the plate umpire Brian Walsh's call. It's the automated system, and that looked like it was right over the heart of the plate, called the ball.
Yeah.
And the 2-2 delivery is a breaking ball, swing and a miss. He struck him out with a curve. And there are 2 away.
Really impressive resolve from Quinn Priester. I mean, he just got cheated out of a called strike 3, so what does he do? He throws a better breaking ball, one that starts middle and snaps below the zone. Perfect execution.
So a big out, and no longer is the infield in. There are 2 away, and the batter is David Fry. Hitting .269, 2 homers and 13 runs batted in. Rocchio leads at third. Fastball, strike called, knee high inside corner. Priester threw his hands out as like, how could that be a ball on that other pitch? But again, it's not the plate umpire making the decision.
And you love to see the quick memory from Priester immediately scrubbing that one.
Right, he made a quality pitch, as you said, on the next pitch. And that breaking ball close, but a little bit high, ball 1. Dick Grote, National League most valuable player in 1960 with the world champion Pirates. Their shortstop passed away early this morning at the age of 92. And a fastball ripped foul left side. He was a fine shortstop. He didn't run well, but he knew how to position himself and was a terrific hit-and-run man. And he also played shortstop for the world champion 1964 St. Louis Cardinals. And a slow curve is high, so he played shortstop on 2 world championship teams, 1960 Pirates, 64 Cardinals. Bill Verdon, who played center field on those Pirate teams, told me Dick Grote got more out of his natural ability than any other player he'd ever seen. And there's a pitch low and away, and that's a ball. Rest in peace, Dick Grote. Also was a terrific basketball player at Duke. Rocchio leads at third. 2 outs, top of the second. Fastball pulled on the ground sharply and foul outside of third.
And Dick Grote was at Duke before Duke became that real power under Mike Krzyzewski. You mentioned the 1960.
I think he was MVP. At Duke around 1952 or so. Priester is tying his shoe. 2 down, Rocchio at second. In the top of the second.
Let's hope he double knotted.
Okay, the right-hander stretches. Rocchio comes down the line at third. And a fastball bounced foul left side. Andy Tracy boots it. Tried to one-hand it, the skipper and third base coach of the Clippers. Full count, 2 men out. Priester comes to the belt and delivers. Fastball is fouled, and that got Grant Cook, the catcher. Pitch shaken up. Plate umpire Brian Walsh dusts off home plate, gives Grant a little breather.
Yeah, getting the look at the replay on Bally Live and MLB TV. Looks like it caught him right on the left hip, maybe top of the quad.
Game is scoreless, top of the second, 2 down, runner at third, and a curveball is inside, ball 4. So that's the first walk allowed by Priester. And the batter is Chris Roller, hitting 192, a home run and 7 RBIs. Night game tomorrow. And we start at 7:05. Runner going, huge jump. The pitch is low ball. Priester didn't even look over there. And Fry easily stole second base. Now you have 2 men in scoring position. The runners lead second and third. And the pitch swing and a miss. He went after an outside offering, strike 2. 0-2 on Roller. Priester stretches. Defense straight up. Priester to the belt. And finally, time is granted by plate umpire Brian Walsh to Chris Roller. That one I can understand because Priester came set and held the ball forever. Now he stretches, sets. Holding the ball forever in the set position. Delivers. Did he swing? Yes. He swung at a low outside breaking ball, strike 3. They check with first base ump Hernandez, who rang him up. And at the end of 1 1/2, Clippers nothing, Indians nothing. Okay, on we go to the bottom half of the second inning. The Indians went down in order in the first against Gavin Williams, who is quite the prospect. Josh Palacios leading off, hitting .278. A home run and 6 runs batted in. They play him straight away. Williams winds and pitches. And a slow curve, low inside, ball 1. Now the third baseman, Fry, is wide of the bag. Everybody else straight up. And the 1-0 delivery. Fastball, swing and a miss. I shouldn't say fastball. I swung at it too. It was a changeup. He had me on his motion. Good arm speed. That's the key to have a good changeup. And he had it there. The 1-1 delivery. And there's the fastball. It's high, ball 2. And the right-hander's pitch is high and away, ball 3. 3-1. Malcolm Nunez on deck. Williams delivers. Fastball right down the middle, and the count's full. Indians went down in order in the first inning. The game is scoreless. We're in the bottom of the second. And the 3-2 pitch. Way high with a fastball, ball 4. An MHS walk for health. And now Malcolm Nunez hitting .205, 2 homers and 10 RBIs. Palacios with a lengthy lead. And a fastball poured in there, belt high inside corner, 95 miles an hour. Columbus infield at double play depth. The right-hander stretches. Sets. Palacios leads. The pitch is a little bit high. A fastball, ball 1. So 7:05 tomorrow on Star Wars night, 6:35 Saturday, Indy 500 night, 1:35 Sunday. Breaking ball fouled back out of play to the right of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
All right, a couple of injury notes regarding the Indians roster. And a release from Director of Sports Medicine from the Pirates, Todd Tomzek. Reported by Jason Mackey of the Post-Gazette.
Palacios leads. The right-hander sets. And a fastball ground ball off the leg of the pitcher. Is going to be a base hit, I believe. Throw to first. Oh, they got it. Fry, the third baseman, came after it. It kicked way over toward third base and slowly. And the throw to Preece got Nunez by a half step. That ball kicked so far away from Williams and also from Fry. A terrific play by the Clippers. And it's a 1-5-3 putout.
I mean, that's top 10 play on SportsCenter caliber. Talk about kick save and a beauty. Off the side of the foot of Williams, and Fry picks it up on the bare hand. Stunning.
Here's Aaron Shackelford hitting .229. He swings and misses, strike 1, 0-1.
A couple of notes from the Department of Sports Medicine with the Pirates. Nick Gonzalez has a left shoulder strain. He hit the IL. Endy Rodriguez should be back in 3 to 4 days DHing. Back catching 7 to 10 days from now.
The right-hander sets. Runner at second leads. The pitch is low and away.
And right-hander Mike Burrows had UCL reconstruction surgery yesterday, 14 to 16 months.
That's Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, right? Similar to JT Brubaker.
And the right-hander sets in the 1-1 delivery. Drilled to right field. It's sinking. It's a base hit. Palacios will be held at third by Miguel Perez. Runner going to second. Here's a throw there. They're going to get him. He's out. Well, Shackelford with a line single to right, advancing Palacios to third. The throw by Noel was way up the third base side. The catcher, Bo Naylor, met the throw, hesitated, but threw to second and got him easily anyway. So a single to right is at 9 to 2 to 6.
9 to 2 to 6.
And instead of first and third, 1 out, there's a runner at third and 2 outs. Grant Cook, the batter. Right-hand hitting catcher. Pitches high and away, and the Pirates made some moves regarding their catchers in the last 24 hours.
Yes, they did. So with Endy Rodriguez on the injured list and with Cody Bolton being selected, he was not a 40-man roster guy. To make room on the 40-man roster, catcher Tyler Heineman was designated for assignment.
Breaking ball, ground ball hit sharply to third, but gloved neatly by Fry. He throws on to Preece, and the inning is over. Jack McMullen has a special guest. He'll carry you along at the end of 2. Columbus nothing, Indians nothing.
Top of the third inning on a baseball in Education Day. No score between the Clippers and the Indians. We've got a very special guest here. Jackie Acosta is the new director of undergraduate admissions at IUPUI. Before we get into anything about the gig and, living in Indy and work life and IUPUI, you threw out the first pitch. How do you think it went? Did you like the spot of where you put it or what?
I did. My whole goal was just not to embarrass myself. I feel like as long as it goes straight and it doesn't hit the dirt, that's a win.
Yes, absolutely. We start with the top and Richie Palacios. Quinn Priester's first pitch misses outside. That's the goal for so many people, I feel like. It's don't spike it, don't sail it, somewhere in between, and you did it. I knew we were having you in the third, so proud of you.
Thanks.
Next pitch, a bouncer up the middle. Bissonette shaded perfectly. Gloves it right behind the second base bag. Goes to first, and there's one away. So 2 groundouts to short for the leadoff man, Palacios. And now Tyler Freeman, who's hit by a pitch his first time. So, Jackie, you're new in your role as Director of Undergraduate Admissions at IUPUI. Where were you at before this? You said you've been in Indy for a long time.
I have. I have worked at several colleges and universities in Indiana throughout my career. Most recently, for the last 10 years, though, I've been a consultant. So I've been working with colleges and universities all over the country, trying to help them solve their enrollment problems and different issues that they have on campus.
And now you're in a leadership role at IUPUI. What drew you to IUPUI as Priester missed outside with a curveball for 1-0 and the 1-0 pitch, curveball in for a called strike? What drew you to IUPUI?
There's just so much potential there. I'm a longtime Indianapolis resident. Ever since I graduated college, I've lived in Indianapolis.
It's hit out to center, but Young got a good beat on it. He makes the play, 2 away.
And IUPUI sort of has this advantage of having the Indiana University brand behind it, which is strong. Everybody knows it nationally. They've got a tremendous academic reputation. And so I'm hoping that IUPUI can really double down on that reputation, elevate Indiana University and Indianapolis, because that's sort of the direction that we're heading. Not everybody is interested in that traditional campus experience, right? That's the kind of experience I've had, but there are a lot of people who are much more focused, who are more career-oriented, who really want to grind and are excited to work and establish themselves. And IUPUI really is a place that focuses on experiential learning and can give you those opportunities a lot sooner than at other campuses.
After a called strike and a foul ball, Bo Naylor is behind 0-2 with 2 away, no score, top 3. I totally understand that. The beauty of living in a downtown area like I do is, I can walk 5-10 minutes and I'm on IUPUI's campus. So the access to an urban environment is great, and a place that hosts a bunch of stuff like Indianapolis too. I mean, we see things at the convention center and Lucas Oil and the JW all the time. So, certainly a great opportunity there. 0-2 slapped into shallow left, working in. Josh Palacios makes the play, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. Way too quick. We're going to keep you for the bottom of the third. That all right?
That's fine.
No score. We'll be back. It's Columbus 0, the Indians 0. Bottom of the third inning, no score, and the top healthy pitching prospect for the Cleveland Guardians, Gavin Williams, starting his third inning of work, 2 scoreless in his AAA debut to this point. We are joined by the Director of Undergraduate Admissions at IUPUI, newly minted Director of Undergrad Admissions as of, 2 weeks ago, Jackie Acosta, yeah?
This is my 3rd week.
Like that. So Gavin Williams going to see 8-9-1, Josh Bissonette, Chavez Young, and Cal Mitchell. Bissonette, the 8-hitting shortstop. We'll get back to just the admissions department, the undergrad admissions department with IUPUI, as 94 paints the outside corner for a called strike 1. Obviously, you guys are going through that rebranding, right? You become, part of the IU community. You've always been part of the IU community, but even more so now. How is that helping with the undergrad admissions process as we get a swing and a miss on 96?
I think it goes back to sort of that IU brand being so strong, having such a strong reputation in all over the country. I mean, I've got 2 nephews and a niece at IU, and I wear IU apparel anywhere in this country, and people want to stop and chat with you and tell you a story. And so really, this is an opportunity for us to align ourselves more closely with that brand and align ourselves more closely with this city. Everybody also knows Indianapolis. People come here for conferences and events and games and things all over the country. So the alignment of marriage of those 2 things and really be able to brand yourself that way is a lot of potential.
I'm sure, yep. 3-pitch punch out for Josh Bissonette. It was 2 fastballs and a slider, and the first pitch to Chavez Young is on the way from Williams. And it misses low and away for ball 1. You've got this great opportunity now in a new venture, and you mentioned the name recognition of IU and the city of Indianapolis. In terms of just getting people to campus and, having these new programs that you guys are, stressing as well, as we got a foul ball back and the count's 1-1. What are you guys looking at in terms of goals for the near future, the distant future, things like that?
Of course. So I think our primary goal is to realign ourselves more closely with the city and reestablish ourselves as an urban research university. I think a lot of people have always recognized the strength of our graduate programs in law and in medicine and in the dental school, but we've got undergraduate programs that are nationally ranked in nursing and philanthropy and things like informatics and computing.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is that's a mutually beneficial venture for this city, right? Jobs equal fuel for growth. And so creating more graduates who are prepared to enter this workforce, especially in things like bioscience and medicine and science, is only going to help grow and create more prosperity here in Indiana.
100%. Chavez Young fouls one away, and Gavin Williams ahead 1-2, one away, no score, bottom three. The big right-hander dealing with the 9-hitting center fielder. Cal Mitchell, the man on deck, and Williams, his 1-2 pitch, just misses the inside corner at 97, 2-2. You're a Cubs fan. How did that come about? So you've been in Indy since college. Did you grow up in the Chicagoland area?
Sure did.
Okay.
Chicago girl, South Side Chicago.
South Side. I'm from Oak Park. Where are you from?
South Side of Chicago.
Okay. Love it. Love it. 2-2 pitch.
It's where you should be a White Sox fan, but we were staunchly Cubs fans in my family.
You
So it was a
chose the
tough
right
road to
one.
hoe a little bit in the neighborhood.
Yeah, but like Wrigley Field's the home ballpark. I get it. As a White Sox fan,
It's so nostalgic.
as a White Sox fan, a whole bunch of me wants to be a Cubs fan. I'm telling you.
You should. Everyone should.
Payoff pitch to Young is hit on the ground up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. Second hit against Williams for the Indians today, and the 9-hitter aboard for the leadoff man, Cal Mitchell. How much time you spent around baseball? Have you ever been out to this ballpark before?
I have, of course. I actually threw out the first pitch about 10 years ago when I was the director at Franklin College. We come out and enjoy the day on a nice, Saturday or Sunday. We've come out to the movies at the baseball park. I love baseball. Baseball's the American pastime. It's a great opportunity to come out, spend time with your friends, grab a nice meal, and enjoy the city.
I love it. What's the line from the movie Benchwarmers? Apple pie and baseball. What
That's
happened
right.
there? 52. Williams was falling off the mound. I mean, that was maybe the slowest pitch we'll have register at the ballpark this year. He tripped, and that's ball one. So one away, counts 1-0, no score, bottom three. You had 10 years in between first pitches. You kept the arm limber for those 10 years.
I might have thrown out some pitches in the last 3 days. My dog shagged a lot of balls.
I love that. Okay, so you didn't have a throwing partner. You were just throwing.
I was just throwing. I have a tree in my backyard that's about 55 feet from the patio. And so I was throwing and trying to hit the tree, and then the dog would bring the ball back.
I love that you have it measured as well. 55, you knew you were going to be a little bit shorter than the mound.
I cheated it up.
Okay, good. You measured it out. Great job. Talking with the director of undergraduate admissions, Jackie Acosta at IUPUI. 2-0 pitch looped foul and out of play left side, so the count's 2-1. A good website that people can go to get more information on IUPUI undergraduate admissions?
Of course, they can go to iupui.edu.
Easy. Super simple. Whole bunch of letters. 8.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. 2-1 pitch to Mitchell for a long hold. A longer hold and time granted to Cal, understandably so. You spent a couple weeks here with IUPUI. I mean, what's the community like at IUPUI? What's the faculty like? You got a bunch of new fast friends?
Here's my favorite thing. As I mentioned, I've been to college campuses all over the country.
Yeah.
The diversity at IUPUI is like none that I have ever seen. So in the 3 weeks that I've been there, I've seen, and not just diversity in terms of ethnic diversity, but you can tell that people have different religions and different sexual orientations, and everybody can be their best self there. And it's evident from the moment you walk on campus. That's going to be huge in the future. Not only people feeling comfortable, but being able to work with people from diverse backgrounds and environments. I just love it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it feels like a city encapsulated in a university.
Absolutely.
Called Strike 2 in the Council. I love that. You get that feel for Indianapolis in IUPU, and I'm sure that's a big selling point for you guys to get undergrads to campus, right? Hey, you could have that college campus feel. You mentioned that, unorthodox type style of going to a different setting where you almost feel like you are entering a workplace right away, right? And you have the chance to be vocation forward.
Right. Some people want a lot of, I don't want to call them frills, or it's just a different environment. It's a different environment. And what I try to tell folks is that, we have a lot of first generation students, And when you're a first-generation college student, as a first-generation college student, you come there to work. You're there to grind and elevate yourself. And higher education is the most transformative thing that you can do. You can change the whole trajectory of your family in one generation by taking your education seriously. And we want to make sure that we've got opportunities for students who may have thought that higher education wasn't for them. They may have thought they couldn't afford it. They may have thought they're not smart enough. Come talk to us. There's a path to higher education for everyone.
That's a beautiful way to put it. Payoff pitch from Williams to Mitchell with Young at first. On the way. Cal bounces it foul, and this at-bat continues. I love that because, you know, I've talked to so many people, and I went to like a traditional campus environment in Central New York. Yeah, but, you know, there's another thing about that that's appealing, and I've been on a couple of, you know, other city campuses like George Washington in D.C. and NYU in New York City, and, you know, that's a unique feel, and it almost feels like you can, if you really want to be an adult when you're 17, 18 years old, this is a chance to feel like an adult.
That's actually a great way to put it, right? Like, not everybody wants to go to the football games on Saturday morning, right? Some people are a little bit more serious. They have other things that they're interested in. They're more cultured. Maybe they're interested in art. Maybe they're interested in, you know, watching bands and things like that. And you can do all of that in the city.
100%. So it looks like we've got a hitter's interference on that strike him out. So Cal punches out. Chavez Young stole the base, but now hitter's interference. Fortunately, Jackie, we got to let you go. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's been awesome.
All right, we'll step aside through 3. It's the Indians nothing, Columbus nothing. Top of the 4th inning on a baseball and education day. 11:05 first pitch, and Quinn Priester and Gavin Williams dueling through 3. 0-0. The first pitch to Zach Collins is spun in for a called strike 1. Zach bounced out to second his first time, the 2022 Indian. He's the 0-1 pitch from Priester. That just misses the outer edge, 1-1. Quinn Priester dueling against the right-hander Gavin Williams for Columbus in his AAA debut. The 1-1 pitch, fouled right back to the netting. 1-2 the count on Collins, who's 0 for 1 today. Batting average dropped to a ho-hum 386, no big deal. 6 homers, 22 driven in 23 games. A swing and a miss. Priester sets down a hot bat. There's one away. 4th punch out for Quinn Priester. And I was talking to Quinn last time the Indians were at home against St. Paul. So he now sees Brian Rocchio, who singled up the middle his first time against Priester. Talking to him the day before his start. And Quinn, not only was he excited to start a game at Victory Field, but he was incredibly excited to start against a marquee prospect in Simeon Woods Richardson in the Twins organization. You know, that was that game in that 6-game series where you circle the starting pitching matchup and say, this is the one that I want to watch. And Quinn takes a lot of pride in being part of those marquee matchups. You see in the big-time prospect, Rocchio. Switch hitter batting left, and the righty's first pitch. A fastball outside for ball 1. Another great billing in the starting pitching department today. 1-0 pitch misses low. Rocchio went 1 for 4 yesterday. 1 for 1 today. Got the batting average up to 341. 2-0 pitch, misses outside, and he's behind Rocchio 3-0. Like Capri's waiting on deck. The 3-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Got to get your A swing off on 3-0, and Rocchio did just that. 3-1. Another A swing, and he just got a piece. Counts full. 93, Priester dialed it up. And the righty's payoff pitch. Good foul. No score, top 4. 1 hit for Columbus so far. Swing and a miss. High fastball at 92. And after falling behind 3-0, Priester comes back to strike out a guy that doesn't punch out often at all in Brian Rocchio. Back-to-back Ks, and there are 2 away. Fifth strikeout for Priester. 4 of the 5 swinging. And now he sees Micah Prees. First pitch, up to foul right at the plate. Prees bounced out to second, and Aaron Shackelford his first time. A slow roller that stayed on the infield grass. Priester thought he had a play to the right of the pitcher's mound, but Shackelford picked it up. The righty comes closed, kicks, and deals. And the 0-1 misses outside. Three base runners against Quinn. The 1-1 bounces. Hit Tyler Freeman on the hand with a pitch. It's the second hitter of the game. Rocchio singled up the middle to lead off the second, and he walked David Fry with 2 outs in the second. 2-1 pitch. Just below the knees, 3 balls and a strike. Quinn's 3-1. That's lifted high in the air, left side. This is headed out to medium left field towards the foul line. Left fielder Palacios underneath, and he makes the play on his left shoulder to end a 1-2-3 inning. 7 in a row retired by Priester. 1-2-3 with a couple of punch outs there as we go bottom 4. It's the Indians nothing, Columbus nothing. Bottom of the 4th inning, no score in a marquee pitching matchup. Quinn Priester threw 4 scoreless innings, and now it's Gavin Williams' turn to try and match the goose egg that Quinn put up in a 1-2-3 inning with a couple of Ks in the top half. Starts the bottom of the 4th with Ryan Valade, and Williams spins a slider in for a called strike. Gavin Williams struck out Valade swinging first time Ryan came up. Righty hitting third baseman. The 0-1 pitch. High fastball poked high in the air behind home plate, foul ground. Naylor doesn't even shed the mask. He watches it bounce into the seating bowl. Pretty occupied seating bowl. The lawn active too. A whole bunch of the local schools, elementary and middle. And to watch some ball. Great field trip option. Gavin Williams, 0-2 pitch. High fastball at 95, just misses. For the most part, Williams has been a 2-pitch pitcher at the beginnings of his pro career. 1-2 to Valade. It's fouled right back.
Well, I really like what I see of Williams, and you gave it the big build-up, Jack, Priester, and Williams, and it's lived up to its billing so far.
Usually it doesn't, right? Usually it's kind of underwhelming, but you know what? This one feels good to watch because you got 2 guys that pound the zone on their best day. 1-2, wave and a miss. Beauty of a slider from Gavin Williams. Started outer edge and bent off the plate low and away, and Valade ended up on a knee. 4th strikeout for Gavin Williams. He's through 3 1/3. 2 hits against him. One from Aaron Shackelford and one from Chavez Young. And now Miguel Andujar for the second time. First pitch, a slider that misses low. Might have been a curveball at 77. Williams still trying to find that third pitch. He's, experimenting or mixing in a curveball and a changeup. 1-0, slider misses low and away.
Now, you say his third, he has a fastball, curveball, slider, so changeup would be his 4th pitch, right?
Yeah, but he's still working on that curveball. For the most part, he's fastball, slider. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. That was the slider at 85, and he's got the feel for it. And there are some guys, some of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball right now that thrive on using predominantly 2 pitches. 2-1, 96, bounced up the gut. Freeman shaded perfectly. Second baseman behind the second base bag, loved it on the backhand, and threw to first for the second out. Tyler Freeman was pinched up the gut a little bit. That's all he needed. So 2 quick outs for Gavin Williams. And now it's Josh Palacios, who Williams walked his first time. Infield shading the lefty Palacios to pull. The righty's first pitch, wave and a miss. Here's that curveball. Gavin Williams does an exceptional job of throwing the fastball and the slider for strikes. He's been utterly dominant in high A and double. The 0-1 fouled right back. First round pick out of East Carolina in 2021.
I got a question for you. When are your White Sox going to win one?
I'm sitting here having a good time talking about Gavin Williams, and you have to bring up the White Sox. 0-2, high fastball.
Look, this is a game of adjustments, so you have to adjust.
And I got to bounce back. I got to have the resolve to get positive again.
Boy, Michael Kopech's having a rough time.
Everybody is. The answer is a big fat I don't know when they're going to win one. 1-2 pitch. Palacios hits that the other way down the left field line. Just foul into the Indians bullpen. That was in the book on Williams, 21st overall pick out of East Carolina in 21. 3 starts in double earlier this year. 1 earned run in 14 and a third innings. 20 strikeouts, 3 walks. Last year between high A and double, had an ERA under 2 in 25 starts. And the 1-2 pitch. Palacios hits it on the ground right side, just beyond the reach of the second baseman Freeman. Caroms off the edge of his glove and into right for a base hit. So Palacios now reached base twice against one of the better pitching prospects in all of baseball. Walked his first time, singles this go around. And Palacios fended off a pitch in on his hands. And now Williams going to see Malcolm Nunez in a righty-righty matchup. No score, bottom 4. The first pitch to Nunez. Palacios running, a swing and a broken bat, foul ball. Just a cue shot spinning over to the first base dugout. And shards of the barrel went a whole bunch of places. We need the cleaning crew out on the infield grass to pick up some splinters of wood. Third baseman Fry picks up the largest piece. Ricky Perez picks up a couple. You don't see bats break like that often. Half the barrel just shot off, but everything else stayed in Nunez's hand. Yeah, Kopech's been brutal. Lance Lynn has been brutal.
When you're in a slump, you're looking for a good performance from your starting pitcher to get out of it.
0-1 pitch from Williams to Nunez. Pitch clock at 5, now 4 on the way. And that catches the inside corner, slider at 84. The unfortunate part for the White Sox is it feels like they have to wait until a Dylan Cease start to get that. Cease has a sub-3 ERA, but nobody else under 4.5. Out of the 0-2, a throw over to first, and Palacios back in safely with a dive. The offense been underwhelming. Yohan Moncada on the IL, Tim Anderson on the IL. Luis Robert OPSing under 700. 2 away. The 0-2 pitch. Nunez takes on the outside corner, just missed on a slider. Beauty of an 0-2 from Gavin Williams, and you got to tip your cap to him.
9 Columbus Clippers started to the dugout.
Palacios at first, 2 away. No score, bottom 4. And the 1-2 pitch. Slider, that catches the outside corner. A called third strike, and Gavin Williams, in his AAA debut, is through 4 scoreless innings. As we go to the 5th, it's Columbus nothing, the Indians nothing. We've gotten a pitcher's duel, Quinn Priester and Gavin Williams. In a 0-0 game, it's still Priester, it's still Williams, and Quinn on for his 5th inning of work. Back to Howard.
Okay, thanks, Jack. John Kenzie Noel leads off. Fanda's first time up, takes a strike over the inside corner, 0-1. Infielders straight up, outfielders around to the right on this right-hand batter. Fastball, swing and a miss. High, hard one. Wind blowing out to left field now. It was blowing out to right field about 15 minutes before game time. Then it stopped. Now out to left field. Here's a check swing foul to the right of the plate, out of play. And it holds at 0-2.
Top of the fifth means we'll get going with this Dayton Indians history.
And a curveball, line drive, base hit left field. That was some good hitting by Noel, who makes the turn. Palacios up with it, wings it back in. And Noel went after a breaking ball away and kept the barrel of the bat out there and lined it and pulled it. The batter, David Fry, who walked and stole second.
This Dayton Indians history, April 27th, 2019. After fanning 8 batters in his last start, right-hander Mitch Keller had 10 punch-outs at Charlotte to earn his second win of the year.
David Fry takes a strike. Well, he had a good season, not a great one, but a good one that year. He was really susceptible then to the big innings. He has come into his own now as a big league pitcher. Fastball high and tight. Second half of last season and early this season, he's finally come into his own. Mitch Keller from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Fry walks, stole second, first time up. He takes a little inside. That's the second hit of the game for Columbus.
Get going with this date in baseball history. Start on this date in 1971 when Hank Aaron becomes the third member of the 600 home run club. At the time, he homered off Gaylord Perry,
who also is a Hall of Famer. The 2-1 pitch is fouled on the ground left side, and at that time, the other two members who had hit 600 or more were Babe Ruth and Willie Mays. Chris Roller on deck. Clippers and Indians scoreless, top of the fifth. And a breaking ball grounded. It is fair down the left field line into the corner. It cut the bag. Hustling to third, Noel. Fry to second. They're waving in Noel. And the cutoff man is missed. And we had an unusual play in that Nunez, who came over there from first, actually bumped into Noel. But it didn't really affect anything. It's a double and an RBI for Fry and a ball just fair. Scoring Noel. Fry's 14th run batted in, and Columbus has a 1-0 lead. And the batter is Chris Roller, who fanned his first time up. That got very awkward.
It was wonky, and it was a really late wave from Andy Tracy. I think Noel thought that he was stopping at third, but Tracy gave him the late windmill.
The cutoff man was not hit. The pitch is high, ball one to Roller, who had squared around to bunt. Now, if the cutoff man is hit, you might have a play at the plate.
Yeah.
But it came bouncing in to the left of home plate. Breaking ball low and away. That time he did not square.
And after back-to-back hits, open the fifth, and a visit from pitching coach Dan Meyer. Looks like the lefty Cam Aldred is warming.
Well, that ball was really close. The ball Fry hit for the double, but the plate umpire, Walsh, had a good look at it. He called it fair, and there was no argument.
No, and there have been a couple of tough luck hits so far today. I mean, Priester made a good pitch to Noel, but again, he just stuck his barrel out. His arms were entirely extended, and the ball just caught the right spot on the barrel, and he lined it the pull side. That one, I mean, it was a ground ball, and Ryan Valade, who's an outfielder for the most part, playing third with a couple of infielders on the IL, he just couldn't reach it on a dive.
Nope. I don't think anybody could have come up with that one. Ready to go, the 2-0 delivery. Fouled back, and that got Grant Cook, the Indians catcher. 2-1.
Next, this date in baseball history for you. This date in 1990, Dodgers starter Oral Hershiser undergoes surgery on his pitching shoulder. He hadn't missed a start since he joined the Dodger rotation in 1984.
And he had had the great year in 1988 when he broke Don Drysdale's record And Drysdale was behind the mic for the Dodgers of 58 2/3 scoreless innings consecutively. And had the great postseason as well. Dodgers won it all that year. 2-1 pitch is high inside. He was a terrific pitcher. And Tommy Lasorda started calling him Bulldog. And Lasorda initially said, "You're nibbling too much. Go after hitters. Trust your stuff." And Hershiser made the adjustment and became a terrific pitcher. 3 balls and a strike. And a fastball a little bit outside, ball 4. Runners first and second. Here's Richie Palacios, who's grounded to shortstop twice.
Do you notice Hershiser still have the major league record for consecutive scoreless innings?
I think he does. You can double check it, but I'm almost positive he still does. And it would be 59 consecutive scoreless innings. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Palacios bunts on the ground, foul left side for a strike.
Yep, Oral Hershiser still has it. I knew somebody got close. It was Zach Greinke with the Dodgers in 2015.
How close did he get?
Not close. 14 innings shy. He was 45 2/3.
Time called. The ball got loose from the bullpen.
Zach Gallen had a great stretch last year, 44 1/3.
I remember Drysdale's very well in 1968. Runners lead. And the pitch bunted on the ground. A beauty toward third. It is gloved by Valade, and there is no play. Well, hindsight's 20/20, but had he let that ball roll, it might have kicked foul.
Probably could have gone either way. It was a really nice bunt from Palacios, and just based on where it was rolling, I think maybe it was sitting on the infield grass. Valade thought he had a shot at Palacios at first, but the transfer just wasn't clean enough.
And the bases are loaded. 4 consecutive men have reached base safely. Tyler Freed swings and misses at a curveball, strike 1. Freeman's been hit with a pitch, stolen a base, and lined to center field. Columbus already has a run in and has the bases loaded, nobody out. Infield in, first and third. Here's a looper to right center. Mitchell's there. Runner tags. Mitchell makes the catch. Here comes the runner. Here comes the throw to third, and he's out of there. A double play. Good play by Mitchell, throwing to the right base to Ryan Valade. It's a sac fly for Freeman and an RBI. Scoring Fry. Roller is out. 9-5. Mitchell to Valade. There are 2 down with a runner at first. Palacios. And the batter is Bo Naylor. He struck out and lined out, so Columbus now leads 2-0.
Credit to Cal for knowing exactly where he was going with that throw.
Well, you're right. Runner going, pitch hit in the air, foul, left side out of play. I don't think he had a chance at home plate at all.
No, and I think he knew that right away. He lined it up and said, all right, I'm going to try my hardest to get this guy at third. And he knew where that ball was going when he geared up to make the catch.
So Columbus leads 2-0. If the Indians get out of this with no further damage, that will be a good thing because the bases were loaded, nobody was out. Now 2 outs and a runner at first. Priester sets. Throw over, not in time.
It's this date in baseball history for you. This date in 1996, Barry Bonds became the 4th player in Major League history to amass 300 home runs and 300 stolen bases. Can you name the other 3?
Time is called. Oh, wait a minute, is that an automatic?
No, I think Grant Cook might have taken his mask off or something.
Okay, Brian Walsh went out there, appeared to be saying something. He said Bonds became the 4th player
to hit 300 home runs and steal 300 bases.
I don't think Willie Mays stole that many bases, did he?
Willie Mays did.
Oh, he did, okay. And a fastball high and away.
Barry's godfather, Willie Mays.
How about Barry's father, Bobby Bonds?
Yep.
So I've gotten 2 of them.
Yep.
When did the other one play?
Played.
1 ball, 1 strike. And a fastball outside a ball.
76 to 96.
76 to 96. American or National League?
National League.
The right-hander sets. This will be a 2-1 pitch. Runner going. Pitch outside. Throw to second. A beauty. And he's safe, though. Oh, the ball was not held on to by Bissonnette. He didn't hold on to the ball. Great throw by Grant Cook. But a stolen base for Palacios, and I don't think Priester looked over there.
No, I don't think so. And this is the second time that we've seen a Clipper steal a bag on Priester. That was a great jump from Richie Palacios.
So he's in scoring position. Priester stretches. And delivers. And a swing and a miss. How about Ricky Henderson?
Nope. This guy, 438 home runs, 314 stolen bases.
What'd you say? What league was it?
National League. Won an MVP in the mid to late 80s.
The right-hander sets. And the 3-2 pitch. Very close, a little bit outside, ball 4. Let's see if we have a pitching change. Zach Collins, the batter. He's grounded out and struck out. Priester's thrown 85 pitches, and here comes Miguel Perez. So Miguel Perez to the mound, and he's going to make the pitching change, I believe. Priester was ready to hand him the ball and now does so.
This is an Indiana 8-1-1 call to the bullpen. When the Indians turn to their bullpen experts, you can turn to the experts at Indiana 811 for your underground utility digging needs. Know what's below by going to 811now.com. 26-year-old lefty Cam Aldred into the game, native of Batavia, Ohio, and the former Cincinnati Bearcat, making appearance number 6 on the year for the Indians. Previous 5, he's been a multi-inning guy. Was great in an opener role last week in Memphis. 10 2/3 innings, 10 hits, 5 earned. Struck out 13 and walked 6.
I think I have it. Andre Dawson?
Bingo.
I was talking about him the other day. He's in the funeral business in South Florida.
Really?
Yes, and has been for many years. Owns a funeral home, Paradise Funeral Home. And he was a great guy. Great person, the Hawk. Terrific player, first with the Expos and then with the Cubs. And you mentioned the MVP. That's what gave it away to me.
Yep.
Won the MVP with the Cubs. So well-liked and well-respected.
Andre Dawson in 87, 49 homers and 137 driven in. And a gold glove, might I add. And a couple more for you. This date in 2002, Derek Lowe of the Boston Red Sox, who was struggling as a closer in 2001, throws a no-hitter against Tampa Bay.
Yep, you never know when you have that special day, and he had the no-hitter. See where the Rays, by the way, lost again. Now they're struggling. 2 in a row they've lost.
Rome has fallen.
So pitching change, and Zach Collins, who's grounded to second and struck out, as the batter. Lefty versus lefty. The runners lead first and second. And a breaking ball is a strike over the outside corner above the knees.
Howard, last one for you. This date, 2011. Chipper Jones drives in 3 runs in a 7-0 Braves win over the Padres. He moved past Mickey Mantle on the all-time RBI list, 1,512.
And a fastball way inside a ball. And Cam Aldred in there in relief, 1-1. And Chipper Jones, like Mantle, was a switch hitter. He said he became a switch hitter because his dad loved Mickey Mantle. And a breaking ball inside, and that's a ball. 2 Hall of Famers there. Mantle had good RBI totals, not great RBI totals, and the reason was he was so feared as a hitter. He walked so much. But his run scored totals were incredible because of that. And there's a swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Can you name the only other switch hitter with more RBIs than Chipper Jones?
Eddie Murray.
Eddie Murray. 1,900 RBIs.
Murray hit over 500 home runs too, but he never hit more than 33 in a season. He was consistent. Pitch outside a ball. He played a long, long time. Full count. Runners lead first and second. Aldred sets and delivers. They're going with 2 outs. Little looper, short center. Young digging, can't get it. A base hit, and another run will score, and runners are at first and third. A Texas League single to center. A bloop single for Zach Collins. And that scores Palacios. And Naylor goes to third, and Columbus leads 3-0. Charged that run to Quinn Priester. He dumped it off the end of the bat. Brian Rocchio, the batter, he singled and struck out. It was a scoreless game, but 3 runs are in here in the top of the 5th. Jack, as always, great job. Thank you for this date in baseball history.
Thank you.
And a fastball is a strike, knee-high inside corner. Again, the lefty stretches. And a breaking ball low and away, and that's a ball.
Day game for the Pirates today.
Getaway day.
Julio Urias gets the ball for the Dodgers. Mitch Keller for the Pirates. First pitch in about 8 minutes.
And here's a line drive. That's a base hit to left field off a changeup. And that'll score another run, a changeup that he left up and over the plate. It scores Naylor. Collins goes to second. And an RBI single, which closes the book on Quinn Priester, who had 4 scoreless innings but ends up giving up 4 runs now.
Yeah, and it was a really tough start to the 5th. We mentioned a couple of balls. It was a look what I found, line drive single for Giancarlo Noel to lead off the inning, and then a ground ball double down the third base line. And you can see Priester certainly frustrated that that 4th earn came in on him.
Micah Priest takes low and away, ball 1. He's grounded to second and fly to left. He's the 9th man to bat here in the 5th inning. 4 in, 2 on, 2 out. Breaking ball, a little bit low. Ball 2.
Bullpen idle for Columbus. Bottom of the 5th will be Gavin Williams' a long layoff.
And here's a swing and a miss. You mean they won't take him out after 4 2/3?
TBD on that front.
And the lefty's pitch is a fastball, strike at the knees, 2-2.
Drew Maggi in the lineup on getaway day. First major league start for Drew.
I saw his first major league at bat. He struck out on a breaking ball in the dirt last night. Got a big hand. Here's a foul back on the screen.
If I'm not mistaken, he was on Good Morning America today. So
wow.
Good Morning America ahead of the day game. Pulling double duty.
The lefty stretches. The runners lead. And the pitch fouled back out of play. Boy, Indian pitchers have thrown a lot of pitches in this inning. And again, the runners lead first and second. The defense straight up. The outfielders shallow. Fastball swung on. There it goes. Deep to right center field. That ball's way back, and that ball's off the top of the wall. The wind held it up. It'll be a double. And an RBI. RBI double for Prees. Scoring Collins, advancing Rocchio to third. Wind is blowing out to left field. It stopped that ball. It still made it to the wall. And here is John Kenzie Noel, who led this inning off with a line single to left. He hammers it on the ground, foul left side, strike one.
Talked about it a bit yesterday afternoon, but John Kenzie Noel, I mean, he's a massive guy. Noel 6'3", 250, and you see all of his weight is on that right leg. His right knee bent, his left leg straight out.
He lines a base hit to right field, his second line drive hit of the inning, and that is going to score 2 more runs. And the Clippers have turned this into a huge inning, and they now are ahead 7-0. A line single to left, leading off the inning, and now a 2-run single to right, scoring Rocchio and Prees. And the batter is David Fry, who becomes the 11th man to bat in the inning with 7 runs in. Aldridge stretches and delivers. Popped up foul, straight back out of play. Good piece of hitting by Noel. I give him credit leading off the inning. He went for a pitch away, and he was able to pull a line drive hit to left. And here he went with a pitch and drilled a single to right. And there's a pitch a little bit outside, a changeup, ball 1.
You say it all the time. You never know what to expect when you show up to the ballpark, and you hope.
So you've come to expect the unexpected. Here's a high pop foul to the left of the plate, and the catcher, Cook, has it to retire the side. We'll get back to your very important point in a moment. And at the end of 4.5, Columbus 7, Indians nothing. And we get ready for the bottom of the 5th, and you were making a point, Jack?
Yeah, I think you oversold how what word did you use to describe it? Very
We've
important.
come to expect the unexpected.
Well, you make a note, often, and I appreciate it. You never know what you're going to get into when you show up to the ballpark, and you hope that you get a great pitching matchup when on paper you see Quinn Priester and Gavin Williams, 2 top 100 prospects.
Aaron Shackelford, the batter. And a fastball is a strike.
But again, things can go awry. We know that. But tell you what, when we went to the 5th scoreless, I think I crossed out a 7-run inning on my bingo card.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Slow curve, a little bit high. And that's what makes baseball the game that it is.
But we settled into a rhythm where 2 great pitching talents were just going to eat, and a couple of tough luck base hits snowballed.
Here's a foul back on the screen. Well, I give Noel a lot of credit being able to drill that base hit to left field on a pitch that was a good deal away to start the inning. It's a big key. Get that leadoff man on. And the 1-2 delivery. Swung on a high fly ball to right field, right at Noel. And he one-hands it. 1 man out. The batter, Grant Cook, who grounded to third his first time up. Right-hand batter. And a fastball ripped foul. Look out in the Indians' dugout. That'll scatter him. Third base side. Oh, he ripped it.
Fine man on the camera crew seems unscathed.
That's good. and unharmed. And this pitch is high. A ball. 1-1. Can the Indians fight back? They're trailing 7-0, bottom of the 5th. Breaking ball outside. That's a ball. And a fastball hit high in the air to dead center field. Palacios lines it up. And he makes the catch, and there are 2 away. And that'll bring up Josh Bissonnette, who looked at strike 3 his first time up.
70 pitches, 47 for strikes for Gavin Williams. And, you know, when a guy makes his debut at a certain level, especially, you know, at the AAA or the big leagues, feelings are heightened exponentially. And, I mean, he hasn't shown any signs of nibbling.
Fastball fouled back out of play.
He's been pounding the zone. So a lot more curveballs than I think we're expecting. That fastball into the mid-90s. He's fit the billing.
Yep, he's been terrific. 0-1 pitch. That's a breaking ball and a good one. Thigh high outside corner. 0-2. And a breaking ball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3 up, 3 down. 5 innings are in the books. Columbus 7, the Indians nothing. On we go to the top half of the 6th. Columbus 7, the Indians nothing. Here with the play-by-play, Jack McMullen.
Thank you very much, Howard Kelman. And Cam Aldred starting his first full inning of work. He came on and was hit for a couple of runs. Try 3 of them in relief. He came on and got the final out of that 5th inning. And now he opens the top of the 6th. The Indians are trailing 7-0. He starts with the 9-hitter Chris Roller. The first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Gavin Williams has been star of the show so far. At this point, 5 shutout innings in his AAA debut. 1-0 pitch, Roller rolls it over to third. Valade gloves it, takes a shuffle, throws to first, and he beats Chris Roller by a step, 1 away. A ground ball out from Aldred, and Valade, who has played almost exclusively outfield in his professional career, hopping over to third in a pinch over the last week or so. With Nick Gonzalez heading to the injured list. Chris Owings on the IL as well. Did a fine job over there. Now back to the top, and Richie Palacios in the first pitch misses outside. Slider in a lefty-lefty matchup. Game in Des Moines about to get going between the Iowa Cubs and Louisville Bats. Kyle Hendricks making a rehab start. 1-0 pitch, looped foul left side. Hendricks going to see a prospect-laden Louisville Bats lineup featuring, by some publications, the top prospect in all of baseball, Ellie De La Cruz, the shortstop in the Red system. 1-1 pitch, that's lined out to left center. Palacios got a read on it, but it's over his head. He broke in into his left. It sails right over his head next to his glove, rolled to the wall. He gets it in, and Palacios at second. I assume double. That ball was stung, and it kept on curling away from Josh Palacios. But if he read the bend of that ball in flight, he might have had a shot. And you saw him break in and leap up, and he couldn't grab it. So we await the official scoring. With 1 away, Palacios is at second. I mean, that was a line drive that kept on bending on Josh Palacios. Brother on brother crime, and a pop-up back foul and out of play from Tyler Freeman. And I think their first family dinner in October, they're both from Brooklyn. Younger brother Richie is certainly going to bring this one up. It's a double in the 7th of the year for Richie Palacios. Next pitch. This is low, and the count's 1-1. Anything to gain capital. Josh had a much better series opener. It was a 10-4 win for the Indians. Palacios drove in 5. Josh did. Richie was 1 for 4. So consider it even. Lefty Aldrid's 1-1 pitch to the 2-hitter Tyler Freeman. Misses outside. Their games today. The Memphis Redbirds have won 14 of their last 15 games. They're in Durham, 6:35 first pitch. 2-1, roller right back to the mound. Just in front of it, Aldred picks it up, turns, lofts to first, and they get him while keeping Palacios at second. So a 1-3 put out. Tyler Freeman now 0 for 2 with a sac fly and a hit by pitch. And in a 7-0 game with all 7 coming in at the top of the 5th. It'll be Bo Naylor, who's 0 for 2 with a punch out, a line out, and a walk. Indians go to Toledo next week. Toledo hosting Syracuse this week. They get going at 6:35 tonight. Slider a called strike 1. With the top pitching prospects for the Orioles, D.L. Hall, the left-hander, gets the ball in Charlotte for Norfolk. Aldrid's 0-1 to Naylor. It's a called strike on the outer edge at 90. 0-2. Naylor struck out looking on a center-cut fastball in a full count his first time up today. Wide open stance. That right foot at the back of the lefty batter's box as Palacios shuffles at second. The 0-2 pitch rolled over. Naylor extended, ground ball second base. Shackelford picks it up and throws to first, and that retires the side. So Aldred strands Palacios in scoring position, and we go bottom 6. It's Columbus 7, the Indians nothing. And Indians fans, don't miss Thirsty Thursdays at Victory Field. Get $2 Pepsi fountain drinks, $3 domestic drafts, and $5 craft and premium draft beers on Thursdays all season long. For a list of games, visit IndyIndians.com/Thursday. Quick break from the Thirsty Thursday to get you a baseball and education day today. 11:05 a.m. first pitch. And Gavin Williams in his AAA debut has been dynamite. Starts his 6th inning of work, and he spins a curveball low for ball 1 to Chavez Young. 9-1-2 due up against one of the top right-handed pitching prospects in all of baseball. 6'6", 250-pound Gavin Williams threw 5 scoreless and in a 7-0 game. The 1-0 pitch misses upstairs. 92 on the fastball. Williams been in the mid-90s. We've seen him get up to 96, 97. A little bit earlier this morning. 2-0 to Young. This is outside, 92 again, and the count's 3-0. And Zach Collins, the DH for Columbus, took on a dangerous venture that I don't think I would ever do. 3-0. That just misses the top of the zone, and a 4-pitch walk to lead off the bottom of the 6th. So Young, who can burn a board, is 8 for 9 in the stolen base department. Flips the lineup back to the top, and Cal Mitchell, who's 0 for 2 against Williams. Zach Collins is DHing today, but he is a catcher by trade. 10th overall pick of the White Sox as a catcher. Caught yesterday. Bo Naylor, the catcher for Williams, grounded out to end last half inning. First pitch to Cal. It just misses the outer edge on a backdoor slider, 1-0. Zach Collins warmed up Gavin Williams, wearing some protection, but it's his hitting protection. His shin guard and his elbow guard he still had on. Why take him off if you're DHing? 1-0 pitch. Mitchell pops up left side, foul ground towards an active Indians bullpen, but that's into the seats, 1-1. Angel Perdomo, the lefty, warming up for the Indians. Collins, though, not wearing a chest protector, which is common, not wearing a mask either. So he was out there in shades, in an elbow guard, in a shin guard. He was getting ready to hit, but with no mask, warming up a guy that throws mid-90s with a nasty slider and has shown a great curveball. Never in a million years could you pay me to do that. 1-1 pitch, check swing, and Cal went around 1-2. Action in the Columbus bullpen as well in a 7-0 game, bottom 6. It's like the right-hander Luis Oviedo is up and warming. Leadoff man aboard and Young. He's at first with the 1-2 to the leadoff man, Cal Mitchell. On the way. Breaking ball misses outside. Curveball again at 74. Slower than we've typically seen Williams' curveball at the AA level and at the high A level. It's typically mid to high 70s. He's been low to mid 70s this go around. 2-2 pitch. Mitchell takes outside. He spun another breaker at 74, and the count's full. Ryan Valade waiting on deck. Pitch count climbing ever so slightly for Williams. Number 83 on the way in a payoff pitch. Mitchell held it back on a high heater at 93, and he's aboard. Back-to-back walks issued by Gavin Williams. This feels like the first sign of weakness for Williams. 6 strikeouts through 5+. That's his 3rd walk. And pitching coach Owen Dew out to chat with the 23-year-old. Ryan Valade due up next. He struggled with Williams. 0 for 2 with a couple of swinging strikeouts. Indians fans, you can nominate a frontline worker for Hoosier Lottery's Hero of the Game. Your Indians will honor a service person during games on Saturdays throughout the season. To nominate somebody, visit IndyIndians.com/hero. No runs on 3 hits for the Indians. 7 runs on 9 hits, all 7 coming in the top of the 5th inning. The inning that bounced starter Quinn Priester. They threw 4 2/3. Cam Aldred allowed a couple as well. Aldred threw a scoreless top of the 6th, but now in the bottom half. First 2 on, nobody gone. And after the mound visit, the first pitch from Williams to Ryan Valade on the way, and it misses upstairs. .1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. 93 on the heater. Williams has been anywhere from 75 to 80 in the pitch count to start this year. 3 starts in AA. Pitch number 86 on the season on the way, and Valade fouls it back to the netting, 1-2. Williams threw 77 pitches in his first start. It was 4 1/3 shutout with 9 strikeouts. Threw 76 pitches in start number 2. And in 5 hitless innings in start 3, he threw 80 pitches, struck out 8. 1-2. Valade takes just off the plate away at 95. So he reached back and grabbed maybe the last bit of juice he's got as the pitch count up to 87. Indians trailing 7-0 in the bottom of the 6th. 2 on, nobody gone. The 2-2 pitch to Ryan Valade is hit in the air, right side, foul ground, could be playable for the first baseman Prees, over towards the bullpen, and that's just beyond his reach. And it bounces off the tarp, I think. Prees was worried about where he was. He probably felt the tapping of his cleats on the warning track, and yeah, that just hit off the top of the right side of the tarp. We'll go with the 2-2 again. And the pitch. It's hit on the ground left side. It's picked up on the forehand by Fry. Goes to second for 1, on to first, high throw. He doesn't come down in time. A bang-bang play. Prees went straight up. When he came down, he landed on the bag, but Valade beat him to the bag. So a fielder's choice puts runners at the corners, 1 away. That was almost a heck of a double play.
Oh, it was a terrific stop by The third baseman, Fry, as you said, absolutely terrific. They gave Freeman a perfect throw, but Freeman had plenty of time. His throw was way high. You can't charge him with an error because of official scoring rules saying you can't anticipate a double play. But with an accurate throw, they had a double play easily. And you were right on the previous play, too, in that Mike Caprice got gunshot. He could have caught that pop foul. He had plenty of room, but he was a little shy about getting an injury or crashing, or although he wasn't going full tilt, and it cost him.
So there are 2 on, guys at the corners, and Andy Tracy comes on and relieves Gavin Williams of his duties in his AAA debut. This could look like a great start. It could look like a good start. He's through 5 1/3, and he exits with the runners at the corners as his. This is an Indiana 811 call to the bullpen. Know what's below by going to 811now.com. Another big man, Luis Oviedo, 6'5", 250, 23-year-old Venezuelan. Oviedo, 8 appearances so far this year, 12 2/3 innings, 14 punch-outs. He's got a 5.7 ERA. So Oviedo gets ready to see Miguel Andujar, who's 0 for 2. The fly out to left center and a ground out to second. Indians trailing 7-0 in the bottom of the 6th. This was a scoreless game through 4. Then Jhonkensy Noel led off with a soft line drive single through the left side of the infield against Quinn Priester in the top of the 5th. Noel saw the plate again. Clippers hit around. Noel had a 2-run single his next time. And at all 7. Oviedo ready, and the first pitch to Andujar. This is inside. Andujar hitting .291, 15 driven in. 1-0 pitch. Andujar takes high and tight again. Slider at 86. Back-to-back walks led off the inning, and a fielder's choice has Valade at first and Chavez Young at third. 2-0 to Andujar. Wave and a miss. He's out in front of a slider. You know, you see Oviedo miss on the first 2 pitches with that breaking ball. You think, maybe fastball. Nope. 2-1. Wave and a miss. 4 straight sliders to Andujar in a righty-righty matchup. Been out in front of the last 2. And Oviedo set next to his right ear. 2-2 pitch. That's hit on the ground sharply over to short. Rocchio goes to second for 1. On to first. High throw. Pulled down. No jump needed. And a double play. The Indians had runners at the corners, but 2 hot-shot ground balls. That one a double play. And we are still held off the scoreboard. The Indians are. We're through 6. It's Columbus 7. The Indians nothing. Got an Indiana 8-1-1 call to the bullpen. We see the left-hander Angel Perdomo enter the game. 10th appearance. He's thrown 8 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned. Struck out 16 and walked 8. Starts with Zach Collins in the first pitch. Misses inside. Indians trailing 7-0. They were threatening after the first 2. Guys, last half inning reached base against Gavin Williams. The 6-4-3 double play ended the threat. 1-0 pitch. Misses inside. Back-to-back fastballs run tight on Zach Collins, who's 1 for 3. Righty Luis Oviedo came on and rolled the double play to get Gavin Williams out of a scoreless outing. And Collins pops this up, an elevator home run, sky high, right side of the infield. First baseman Nunez goes into a jog, and he makes the play on the infield grass. That thing went sky high, straight up. And the wind, I think, just kept on pushing that thing closer and closer to the pitcher's mound, but Nunez did a nice job of tracking it. So 1 away on the pop out. And now Perdomo sees Brian Rocchio, who's 2 for 3. First pitch misses up and out. "30 minutes in, they're at the end of the first inning in Pittsburgh. Early offense. 1-0 pitch rolled foul left side. Pirates leading 3-2 after 1. Didn't happen often, if at all, last year, but the Pirates hung 4 hits and 3 runs in the first inning on left-hander Julio Urias for the Dodgers. 1-1. Misses low. Great pitching matchup tonight in Chicago. The Rays go to visit the reeling White Sox for 3. Shane McClanahan is 4-0 with a sub-2 ERA. He takes on Dylan Cease. 2-1. Wave and a miss. Half-hearted. Rocchio didn't want to cut, but he started. He might as well just nonchalantly finish the swing. The count 2-2. Field playing straight up. And Perdomo started to throw, but time granted? No, automatic ball call on Perdomo. 3-2. Perdomo's payoff pitch. That's hit in the air right side, medium right field. Cal Mitchell working in. Shackelford backs off, and Mitchell makes the play on his right shoulder. 2 away. Hey, Indians fans, Meijer presents Kids Eat Free Sundays at Victory Field. Children 14 and under receive a hot dog, a bag of chips, and a Capri Sun with the price of admission on select Sundays. Perdomo seeing Mike Capri's now, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI double. He takes low and away for ball 1. Indians trailing 7-0 in the top of the 7th on a baseball and education day. 11:05 first pitch today. The pitch misses low and away. Back to normal hours tomorrow. 7:05 first pitch. Good pitching matchup. A 2-0. It's a called strike. Lower outside corner. Osvaldo Bido has been solid for the Indians so far this year. Takes on Hunter Gaddis. Makes his season debut at the AAA level. 2-1. It's a called strike. Gaddis started game 2 of the regular season for the Guardians. There's some injuries that came upon the Guardians rotation late in spring training, notably to right-hander Tristan McKenzie. 2-2 pitch misses low and away. The count's full with 2 outs. And Gaddis was one of those firefighters that was thrusted into a starting situation, trying to help Cleveland bridge the gap to full health in the rotation. Payoff pitch. That's on a line into right for a base hit. I think took some grass with it as it rolled to Cal Mitchell, and that's a 2-out hot shot single to the pull side for the lefty bat Prees. Mike Capri's now 2 for 4. That brings up John Kentzy Noel, who's 2 for 3. Singled twice in the 5th. What a soft liner through the left side. What a screaming liner through the right side. Pitch to Noel, misses inside. After Gaddis and Bido tomorrow night, 6:35 first pitch on Saturday. Luis Ortiz, one of the top pitching prospects for the Pirates, gets the ball on Saturday. That pitch a called strike on the inside corner. Then back to what's likely a rematch of the series opener. Daniel Norris and Kent Emanuel on Sunday in the series finale at 1:35. 1-1. That's hit a mile high into right center field. Young and Mitchell, converge, and Chavez Young calls off Cal and makes the catch. So the 2 outs single stranded at first, and it's stretch time. It's Columbus 7, the Indians nothing. Despite being down 7-0, we got an active crowd on a Thursday, really early afternoon. We got going late morning. Indians trailing 7-0, and they see a new arm in the bottom of the 7th. Left-hander Sam Hentges is on a rehab assignment, working his way back from left shoulder inflammation. Hentges made 2 outings in a rehab appearance in AA with Akron, 2 scoreless frames. First outing in Columbus this year. It was a scoreless inning in the series opener on Tuesday. So Hentges throwing for the 2nd time this week on the rehab, and he starts with Josh Palacios. First pitch, misses low. We were talking on Tuesday night about Josh and his brother Richie being from Brooklyn, and big Knicks fans. How about the New York Knicks winning the series in Cleveland last night? 1-0 pitch, misses low. The Knicks won a playoff series. Sure, Josh is a happy man. Couldn't celebrate too hard last night with the 11 a.m. first pitch. 2-0. It's a called strike on the outside corner.
Wasn't long ago that the captain, Willis Reed, captain of those Knicks championship teams, passed away. He was a great man. 2-1
pitch. That's a slow bouncer right side, flirting with the foul line, but it's picked up just in foul ground by the first baseman Prees. And it counts 2-2. When did Willis Reed pass?
Captain Willis was less than a month ago, I believe.
Yeah, March 21st.
Okay, a little more than a month ago.
Willis
and
Reed.
He was such a nice guy in addition to being a great player, Hall of Fame player. I remember my friends and I was 14 years old at the time, waiting after a game a few times at the Garden at the players' entrance.
2-2 to Palacios. That's a high bouncer right side, picked up on the backhand by Freeman, throwing on the run. Nice stretch by Prees, and they get him on the putout.
And we spoke with Willis Reed. We walked a couple of blocks with him to his destination. He acted as if he knew us for years. He was that nice a guy and that friendly.
That Hall of Famer, 7-time All-Star.
And he won the MVP of the regular season, the MVP of the All-Star game, and the MVP of the playoffs in 1970.
You call that a clean sweep, right? Swing and a miss from Malcolm Nunez. You walk into any room that year and you say, I'm the top dog. Nunez.
Captain Willis.
Malcolm 0 for 2 so far today. 0-1. That's rolled on the ground over the shortstop Roquillo. Gloves between the legs. Throws to first. Takes Prees to the outside of the bag, but he kept the bag, and there are 2 away. 2 ground outs against Sam Hentges in a 7-0 game. Bottom 7. Now Aaron Shackelford is 1 for 2. Knicks got some new blood. Year 1 of a big contract for point guard Jalen Brunson, and it's working. First pitch, Shackelford out in front, and he waves and misses through a breaking ball at 85. Lefty-lefty matchup in the infield, shading Shackelford to pull as much as they can without shifting. 0-1, misses outside. Buzz around town got to be what happens tonight. First round of the NFL draft.
Oh, yeah.
Colts own the 4th overall pick. Levis, Richardson, what's it going to be? 1-1, wave and a miss, 1-2. Drafted Kansas City, I want to say. Beats via Zoom in 2021. 1-2 pitch, bounced foul right side. 2020 was via Zoom. Action in both bullpens. Right-hander Thomas Ponticelli warming for Columbus. The lefty Hentges, his 1-2 pitch, wave and a miss. High fastball at 92, and Shackelford swung under an eye-high fastball to end a 1-2-3 inning. We're through 7. It's Columbus 7, the Indians nothing. Good look inside the control room if you're joining us on Bally Live. Jordan Shue does a great job in there. Top of the 8th inning here. The Clippers lead 7-0. We've got a new pitcher in the game for the Indians. It is an Indiana 8-1-1 call to the bullpen. 26-year-old Hunter Stratton into the game, right-hander. 8th appearance on the year. He's got a 2.6 ERA through 10 1/3 innings, 19 strikeouts. Top 8, here's Howard.
Okay, thanks, Jack. And Stratton's first pitch is high inside, ball 1 to David Fry, who was walked and doubled in a run. And he fouls it back above the booth and out of play. We're off the first base side of home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Columbus with 7 runs in the 5th inning. The pitch is low and away, ball 2. And the 2-1 pitch. Reach for, popped up. Left side of the infield, who's going to get it? It's the third baseman, Ryan Valade, who has it on the infield dirt. He and shortstop Bissonnette both were there. 1 man out. Here's Chris Roller. He is struck out, walked, and grounded out. Stratton's fastball is high, ball 1. Defense straight up. And this pitch is a little outside. The Indians thought it was a strike, ball 2. Scoreless inning for Angel Perdomo. Fastball high and tight, ball 3. And the 3-0 delivery. Inside, a 4-pitch walk. And the batter will be Richie Palacios, who has a double and a single. Left-hand batter in the leadoff man in Andy Tracy's lineup. Infield DP depth. And a fastball is a little high, close pitch, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And there's a foul back on the screen, 1-1. Columbus 7, Indians nothing in the top of the 8th. Here's a pitch way inside at the knees, ball 2. Indianapolis Indians baseball on Bally Live and Fox Sports 1260 WNDE. Jordan Shue, our producer director on TV. Corey Smyrnas handling things on radio. Fastball is high, ball 3, 3-1. Wind blowing out to left field. We're in the top of the 8th. Infield DP depth. Throw to first. Low throw dug out by Nunez. You wouldn't think with a 7-run lead that Roller would be going anywhere. The 3-1 pitch is a fastball. Very close. Called a little bit high. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks have been issued. The batter is Tyler Freeman. He has a sac fly. 0 for 2 with an RBI. The right-hander sets, the runners lead. The pitch is lined to center. Here comes Young, and he makes the catch. It hung up. And they're a 2 away, and there's no advance. And that'll bring up Bo Naylor, who is 0 for 3 in a wall. The right-hander stretches. Runners lead. And a fastball, swing and a miss, strike one. And again, the runners lead, and the pitch is inside, and that's a ball, 1-1. And again, the runners lead, first and second. And there's a pop foul out of play to the left of the plate. Jack, how are things going with your podcast?
All good. I was really excited to watch Priester and Williams because those are two top 100 guys on my co-host Aram Layton's top 100 prospects. So a whole bunch of good stuff editorially and on the podcast front. It's been great.
The 1-2 pitch hit in the air, foul left side, out of play. How can people listen to the podcast?
So we've got a great staff of writers at justbaseball.com, but the podcast is the Just Baseball Show. I host 4 out of 5 days a week, and then my two co-hosts, Peter and Aram, host on Wednesdays. The Just Baseball Show, wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball right to the shortstop. It is dug out by Bissonnette. He throws onto the first baseman, Nunez, and the side is retired. And at the end of 7.5, it remains Columbus 7, Indians nothing.
Bottom of the 8th, Indians trailing 7-0 in a new arm for Columbus. 26-year-old right-hander Thomas Ponticelli. That's when you got to put all 5 of your fingers together and hold those up. Italiano Ponticelli, the former USF Don, went to the University of San Francisco. 9th appearance so far with Columbus, 11 innings, 6 earned through his first 8. 9 punch-outs and 4 walks. Howard?
Did you know the greatest winner in the history of professional sports went to the University of San Francisco?
I did. Whenever I see that San Francisco is somewhere, they were in the NCAA tournament a couple years ago. It's Mr. Bill Russell's alma mater.
Grant Cook leads off, and he takes high ball 1. He led the Dons to 2 national championships in 1955 and 6, then won an Olympic gold medal that summer, and then 11 championships in 13 years with the Boston Celtics. The pitch is low for a ball. Grant Cook is grounded out and flied out.
It was really cool when USF was really good on the men's college basketball side a couple years ago.
The 2-0 pitch is inside. Wasn't there a period where they didn't even they banned the sport for a while?
I think so. I think they discontinued basketball for a good bit, but they brought it back. They were in the tournament. A couple of great players, and their head coach, Todd Golden, now the head man at Florida.
The 3-0 pitch is down the middle for a strike from Ponticelli. Wind blowing out to left field. Before the game, it was blowing out to right. Then it was calm. But a front moving through. Pitch is high and inside, and that is a leadoff walk. An MHS walk for health. So Ponticelli comes in with a 7-run lead and walks the leadoff man. Now Josh Bissonnette.
3rd inning today that Columbus has walked the leadoff man. Hasn't burned him yet.
Josh Bissonnette has looked at strike 3 and gone down swinging. And a breaking ball is in for a strike. Ponticelli stretches and delivers. In the dirt and back to the screen. He uncorked one. Bo Naylor flags it down. And Grant Cook to second on what will be a wild pitch. So a runner at second. Bottom of the 8th. Nobody out. There's a ground ball right to the shortstop. It is booted by Rocchio. Now, Cook held his ground, rightly so. The ball was hit ahead of him. But a routine ground ball to Rocchio and charge him with an error.
That jumped up on him at the very last moment. Weird hop. That was a hard ground ball. He just caught a divot in the dirt.
And runners at first and second, nobody out. And now Chavez Young, who singled and walked. And he takes high and away, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Error on the shortstop. And there's a pitch outside. Ed Holdaway, the official scorer today. And he does a very good job. Mr. IUPUI. Although I shouldn't say IUPUI any longer, right? Here's a foul back out of play.
Well, I think not this coming academic year, so not 23-24, but 24-25 is the start of IU Indianapolis. So they dropped the PU.
And the runners lead the 2-1 pitch. Fastball down the middle for a strike. 2-2 on the switch hitting center fielder, batting left-handed.
We've got a dynamic duo from IUPUI. Ed Holdaway is the official scorer, and Emily Reese, who's also in the sports information department, is the stringer who inputs into game day.
Appreciate the jobs that those two people do, as well as others here in that press box. And the pitch misses low, and the count's full. Down by 7 runs, 2 on, nobody out. The runners won't be going anywhere. And the 3-2 pitch is swung on, golfed high in the air to the left side of the infield. Infield fly invoked. The shortstop Rocchio's got it on the edge of the outfield grass. 1 man out. Infield fly means the batter is automatically out, and the runners run at their own risk. It's done to protect the base runners, because without the infield fly rule, the infielder could just let the ball drop and start a double or triple play. Cal Mitchell, the batter. He takes a breaking ball. I don't know where was it. Looked like a very close pitch, called ball 1. Mitchell's grounded out, struck out, and walked. Maybe it was a little outside. The 1 ball, no strikes. Runners lead. Fastball driven to center field and deep. Palacios hustling, still going. He makes an excellent running one-hand catch on the warning track near the wall, backhanding it on the dead run. A terrific play by Palacios. Tagging and going to third is Grant Cook. And there are 2 away.
I mean, this doesn't happen without a great break. And he was on a dead sprint all the way through. Thought he was going to do the cool thing and push off the wall to reverse his momentum, but slowed down right before the wall.
Ryan Valade, the batter. Struck out twice and bounced out. And a fastball hit in the air, foul to the right side, out of play. And the runners lead first and third. And the pitch is low and away. 2 men out, bottom of the 8th. Columbus 7, the Indians nothing. We'll go at it again tomorrow at 7:05, Star Wars night at the ballpark. Fastball, high ball. And again, the right-hander stretches and the runners lead. And a fastball grounded foul left side for strike 2. $6,973 on hand. Baseball and education. Runners lead, the 2-2 delivery. Fastball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Side retired after 8. Clippers 7, Indians nothing. On we go to the 9th inning with Columbus ahead 7-0, and Columbus got all 7 of those runs in the 5th inning. Zach Collins, who's 1 for 4, a bloop RBI single to center, leads off. He's had a terrific series. Has hit 3 home runs, 2 of them Tuesday, 1 yesterday, 3 singles as well. Came into the game batting .391. He fouls it back out of play for a strike. Briefly in Indianapolis, Indiana a year ago, a waiver claim. Hunter Stratton's 2nd inning out there. He gave up a couple of walks in the 8th, but pitched out of it. And a breaking ball is a strike at the knees, 0-2. Stratton stretches and delivers. And a breaking ball just inside, ball 1. 7:05 tomorrow. Star Wars night at Victory Field. 6:35 Saturday on Indy 500 night. And 1:35 Sunday. The 1-2 pitch is a ground ball hit slowly along the first base line. Fair ball. Stratton picks it up. Underhand toss to Nunez. 1 man out. That'll bring up Brian Rocchio, who has 2 singles and 4 at-bats, 1 of which knocked in a run. He's now hit safely in 21 of 22 games. One out, no one on, top of the 9th. Columbus ahead 7-0. Fastball, strike at the knees, 0-1. Indians have a 2-week road trip following Sunday's game. Breaking ball is strike. They'll play 12 games. 6 in Toledo, then 6 in St. Paul. And a fastball lined a base hit to left field. He went right with that pitch, and Rocchio has his 3rd hit of the game. And that'll bring up Micah Prees as Palacios flips it in. Prees has an RBI double and a single. Columbus has 11 base hits. Micah Prees, a left-hand batter. And a breaking ball is ripped on the ground, foul right side for a strike.
Like a right-hander getting ready for the bottom of the 9th is Michael Kelly for Columbus.
And a fastball high and away, a ball, 1-1. Stratton stretches and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2. One man on, 1 man out. Nunez playing a step behind the base runner, Rocchio. Infield double play depth. Breaking ball fouled off, left of the plate, out of play. Stratton looks in and he stretches. And his pitch looked as if he might have swung at that breaking ball. No, they say he checked it. It was low inside. Ball 2.
Tough angle to call it from Dexter Catley, the third base umpire, is standing to the right of second base, and he was the one that said no swing.
John Kenzie Noel on deck. And there's a line drive center field back through the box. Base hit. Rocchio stops at second. And runners are at first and second. The batter, John Kenzie Noel, who has 2 singles, both of which came in the 7-run 5th inning. He led the inning off with a single, and he capped it off with a 2-run RBI single. Twelfth hit of the game for the Clippers. There's a ball hit off the end of the bat in the air, foul to the right of the plate, out of play, strike 1. Runners lead away, and a breaking ball a little bit low, ball 1, 1-1. And again, Stratton stretches and delivers. And a breaking ball clipped the outside corner above the knees, strike 2. Stratton stretches and delivers. Swung on, fouled off to the right side, out of play. And it holds 1-2. And again, the runners lead. The right-hander sets and delivers. Swung on, pulled on the ground to shortstop. Bissonette to Shackelford, 1. On to Nunez, a double play. 6-4-3. Side retired at the end of 8.5. Columbus 7, Indians nothing.
Bottom of the 9th inning and a call to the bullpen. Michael Kelly, the 30-year-old right-hander from Boynton Beach, Florida, was the 48th overall pick of the Padres back in 2011 out of high school. Kelly, a converted reliever now and with the Guardians. His major league career, he's got 4 appearances under his belt, and he's allowed 1 run in 4 innings. 10th appearance so far this year, 10 2/3. He's got a 1.69 ERA with 19 strikeouts. Howard, this is not a safe situation.
That's what I like about you. You're on the ball. You tell it like it is. You came right out. You were direct. You were to the point. And so accurate, too.
It's what we strive for, right?
Yes.
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but it.
Okay, here's Miguel Andujar. Fastball, a little bit inside, ball 1. Andujar is 0 for 3 today. Bottom of the 9th, Columbus ahead 7-0. Fastball hit high in the air, right center field and deep but playable. The right fielder's there and Noel has it, and the wind held that ball. Noel going back into his right near the track. With 1 out, Josh Palacios the batter. He's walked, singled, and grounded out. Bottom of the 9th, Columbus winning yesterday 10-7 with 4 runs in the 9th. The Indians were victorious Tuesday 10-4. Fastball high and away, a ball. The right-hander stretches. And the 1-0 delivery is outside, ball 2. Malcolm Nunez on deck. Kelly, the 5th Columbus pitcher of the game, and they haven't allowed a run. And there's a pitch high and away, ball 3. Starting pitchers Williams and Priester are the pitchers of record. The game was scoreless through 4 innings. Fastball outside, that's a 4-pitch walk. And the batter is Malcolm Nunez, an MHS walk for health. I'll tell you, these pitchers are keeping these people in good shape with all these walks for health. Here's Malcolm Nunez. 0 for 3. Fastball is a strike. That's the 5th walk by Columbus pitching. Indian pitchers have walked 5, and this is a big improvement over yesterday when there were 20 walks in the game. And a breaking ball low and away, and that's a ball. Most of the walks in this game have come late the last few innings. Game had a great flow through the first 4 innings. 1-1 delivery is a breaking ball right down the middle for a strike. Nunez is 0 for 3. Kelly stretches. Runner leads. And there's a hard ground ball foul outside of third. Aaron Shackelford, the on-deck hitter. Bottom of the 9th. Columbus leading 7-0. 1 man out. Palacios at first. And a breaking ball. And it just missed the inside corner. The Clippers thought they had him struck out. Ball 2. Infield and outfielders straight away. Breaking ball, and that's strike 3 called. He got him looking. Pitch over the heart of the plate. And there are 2 away. And the batter, Aaron Shackelford. So we look forward to seeing you out here this weekend. A big weekend of Indianapolis Indians baseball at Victory Field. Tomorrow, 7:05, Star Wars night, IndyCar night. Saturday, 6:35 start. And 1:35 on Sunday. Shackelford 1 for 3. He swings and misses, strike 1. Kelly looks in. Kelly stretches. Freeze playing behind the base runner. The pitch is outside. Ball 1. Palacios at first, 2 outs in the last of the 9th. Clippers 7, Indians nothing. Columbus defense slightly around to the right on this left-hand batter, who swings, hits it high in the air, foul, straight back, out of play. Strike 2. Grant Cook is on deck. Kelly stretches and delivers. Breaking ball is in there. Strike 3 called. Belt high outside corner. This game is over. And tip your cap to the Columbus Clippers. They shut out the Indians. They score 7 runs in the 5th inning, and that's the story. As the Clippers beat the Indians 7-0. Indians post-game extra is next on Fox Sports 1260 WNDE.